Hello everyone, Kingsley here. If you ever written a Rails application and you go to config the config folder and you locate application, you get to this file. You might ask if you've not taken notes yet. This file is basically where you register all your gems as a Railty. If you've ever held Rails work with Railties, and this in this file is where we register all the Railties of the gem which we want to use. If you observe, we register the active model Railty here, the active job Railty, the active record Railty, basically all the gems which you want to utilize in your application. We register the Railty here. The scenario where you yourself want to create your Railty, say you have a particular code which you want to run on Rails initialization, you can create your Railty and then add the add the file, the part of the file here. You might ask, how would you create your Railty? Well, it's quite simple. If you want to create your Railty, all you have to do is just basically inherit from this file, which is from the Rails namespace, and you inherit the class called Railty. Once you inherit the class Railty, you can just then write the code in which you want to run on Rails startup. Let's show you an example. Let's take example from active model Railty. We go to active model. Where is active model? Yeah, we go to active model and we come to the file called Railty. Here's the file. Yeah, here. Yeah, as you can see here, active model have its namespace, and then it has a class Railty. Then we inherit from Rails Railty. It's a convention to have the class name as Railty, but it is just, as you know, Rails is convention over configuration. So yeah, this is basically how you define your Railty, and then you then add the code. When you want the code to run, if it's an initializer, you add the code in the initializer block and then define your code inside. If you want to add a configuration, you can use the config, which is accessible to you once you inherit from the Rails Railty class. But that's not the reason why I'm recording this video. Why I'm recording this video is once in this file, we register all our Railty. But while I was tinkering through this file, I was asking myself, how is it possible that once we just have to just add a require to our file, and automatically Rails will be able to go in and then pick the initializer block and then run the block? How is that possible? I was actually confused to that, and I wanted to know how Rails was able to dig deeper and figure and get our Railty and then run the code inside the Railty. So I went in and checked the Rails source code. Where all this whole process starts from is from the environment file, which is also located at config/environment. Environment file first initially calls the application file. You can see here, require relative application. So it basically calls this the Railty registration file. And after then, it then calls the Rails application on initialize. So the whole code starts from this initialize. So I then go to the Rails source code and find initialize. So the initialize is actually found in the application. The application, let's just find it. Initialize. Yes. So this is basically the file, the code we're calling from here. So once we do application on initialize, we're basically calling this initialize code. And then initialize code then calls this run initializers. This method is actually located at come down to initializable. We can then scroll down. We can then see this is where the method is defined. The run initializers, and then this run initializer then call initializers method and then sort through it. But this point is where the tricky part comes. I actually spent 2 days trying to figure out why this code is not making sense. Because initially, when you see this initializers block, you will think it's calling this initializers block. You'll be right, but the issue where there's an issue is you might not know that actually the application, see application, yes, the application class actually vary the initializers block. So if we find initializers here, yeah. So if you find initializers here, you will see the application block, the application class actually overrides the initializers. So rather than calling the initializer in that file, it's actually calling the initializers in this file. You can see here it's calling the bootstrap initializers for, and then it calls the Railties initializers super, and then finisher. So where the main code actually running is actually from the Railties initializers. So let's see what's defined inside of there. Let's find it. So this is where it's defined. It's defined here, Railties initializer. Then you can see it's calling the ordered initialize Railties, sorry, other Railties. So let's see where that's defined to. You see here other Railties. And then it's in these other Railties, we can see it's actually calling Rails here. So Rails is actually where the code is being called. So let's go to Rails. Yes. So this is basically where the main code, where Rails pick all those registered files from. You see the Rails is actually calling Railties/new, Railties.new. And the Railties.new, where is that defined? If you see, let's check that out. It's actually a module, a class. So you can see it's already defined in Rails engine Railties. If you go to Railties.new, yes, so we can see in the initialize block of code, which is the constructor. Yeah, Rails Realty the subclass is being called. So basically, Rails is saying all the classes that is a subclass of Rails Realties, give me the array and then map through it and call the instance method in it. So this is basically how all this code here all come to make sense. Because we are registering all our Rails here. And in this block of code, Rails is saying all the subclass, all the class that inherits from Rails Railties come as an array. So all the class is coming here as an array, and Rails is then calling the initialize function in it. That's why Rails is able to pick all this class and then run the initialize in it. Yeah, this took me 2 days to figure out because I was confusing the initializers method and the one that was overriding the application block. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope it will prevent you from wasting 2 days trying to figure it out. And yeah, good luck trying to figure out Rails and source code. I'm on that part now, and I will document more of my process. Thank you.